I was scared to ask you guys this question. I don't want to hear you become a murderess.
We would not be here.
But how have your characters changed? I'm scared to ask both of you. Jabali, let's start with you.
Jabali is really focused. I feel like he's really focused and resilient. And if he wants something, he will go after it. Like,
you two are terrifying.
Yeah.
Both of you. You are terrifying characters in that focus and that determination and that I will do anything for what I want.
Yes. And it's one of the things that I like about Jabali, because personally I'm a bit hesitant and I would take time and go around and before I do something. But for Jabali, he will go there, even knowing the consequences, good or bad, he will do it. And he will stick through it no matter what.
So have you become
till the very end?
Have you become more decisive as a person?
I believe so. I'm headed there.
You're heading there.
Well, progress.
I think I'll add to that too.
Yes.
I've watched Bruce for a long time and I've watched Jabali other than having met on the Kina set. And I can say this character has brought out some things in him that we never thought were going to be possible.
Really?
So, yes.
Keep going.
Text me.
No. It's made him bolder.
That
I can attest to. There are things that Bruce will not do, but Jabali does them. And so in essence, Bruce nowadays can. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like Jabali is making you a better person, which is interesting. Sana, how has Nana changed you?
Has Nana changed me really? My goodness. Nana is a very in charge kind of person. She's bossy. She orders people around. She gets things done. Sana is not bossy. Sana, I don't have the bossy attitude.
But you're also, like, you've created this career, you're a singer, you're an actress, and
I think even Mary had mentioned something like this. She said that when she tells her children how different Sana is from Nana, they would not believe it. Because I'm a very low-key, profile kind of person. I'm very talkative when I'm around them. I'm always, like the one-liner jokes.
Yes.
I don't act like a boss.
But Nana doesn't let loose. There's no...
Well, very few times with her children.
Okay.
So I can't say Nana has changed me because then again, I'm an instruction follower. And that's probably why I stick to the script as it is. I do what I'm told. And which is why for me, it's not difficult for me to get into character because I'm doing exactly what I'm being directed to do. I need you to be angry in the scene. I need you to, like the slapping of people, it might look, it looks so real. It looks like it's so natural for me, but it takes so much.
So is it fun? Is it like an aspect of yourself that now you get to play and become and explore?
I mean, it's always fun to explore somebody else.
Yes.
But as long as it doesn't truly change who you are.
Okay.
And I think I can confidently say that it hasn't changed who I am. And the reason I say that is because when I have to slap somebody or when I have to cry, in front of people, it takes a lot of energy for me. A lot. I don't cry in public. I don't slap people. I don't shout at people. So getting into those specific characters or, that particular emotion takes a lot from me.
Okay. How has your character changed you? You have such a fun character. Like if there was a role I would want to play,
I'm trying to see that.
You're trying to see that. I cannot act. I cannot at all. I tried once and then the short film flopped. So we gave it up. You accept these things about yourself.
No, you try again.
I cannot.
You try again.
Keep trying.
I keep trying.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, when we started this show, you could clearly tell the difference between Moses and Jonah. Yes, but Jonah is more, I would say, it's a layered character, which is you have a lot of aspects to focus on about the same character, whereby I sometimes felt like it's overpowering who Moses is.
Oh.
Yes, I actually talked to the producer. I told her, I don't know whether I'm okay, but I feel like So it's a character,
What
emotion
was happening? Were you drinking?
No,
Like,
not even drinking, but things you do, things you say to people, you're like, I need to de-roll, guys. Yeah. So emotion-wise, Moses is not, has not been an emotional guy. But ever since I wore this Jonah, now things have become different because I get bored faster. You see, stuff like that. You know, there are things I never used to do. That's Jonah. Sometimes I'm at home and I feel, okay, that's Jonah. That's Jonah, even to my kids. So
really?
yeah. So it does.
So actually, you mentioned de-rolling. How do you de-roll, especially when you're on set every single day and you're living with this character for a year plus? Like, how do you de-roll? Especially as a man. Like, as a woman, I think you wear a different outfit, you do your makeup. Like, how do you de-roll as a guy?
Personally, as Moses, I need more free time to be able to walk out of Jonah. Yeah. So it's not an easy thing to do, but it can happen with time. You need time, like breaks here and there, to just walk out of certain characters.
So let me ask you, when you leave the set and you go home, like, to your kids,
yes,
what do you do in between to make sure I've left Leftie?
Yes,
I've
left Leftie.
Yes.
Now it's Moses.
Now Moses, yes.
Playing around. Yeah, but you know, it's one thing playing around when you know I'm done with Jonah, and it's another thing knowing that I'm playing, and in 5 minutes' time I'm going to read about Jonah.
Yeah.
So you see, that's
the break.
Yeah, that's the only break that we have. So we have a lot of time as Jonah and Leftie than Moses. Yes. Yeah.
So how do you
sleeping?
actually when you're sleeping?
The only other time you have is when you're sleeping.
How do you de-roll?
I realize that I'm very playful on set, like super playful. Like
Yes,
I
he
could
is.
be
I just thought I
serious
should
than
add.
tongue. Yeah, you are like you.
These two are very playful. Like, see, we're even saying we should separate you guys.
Playful.
Playful. Okay,
So
okay.
I take advantage of that. I'm very playful, a lot of banter, a lot of making fun of people, a lot of irritating people in the crew, and because somebody asked me, like, where do you do these things? Like, so this morning I think that's how I sort of check out of Jabali.
Okay.
I didn't know that's why I did it, because it's so much on this set, like so much. The point of like, Bruce, why are you doing?
The more I talk to actors and actresses, the more I realize, like, these characters, you kind of have to be careful, like, where they stop and you start, or it can become. Can you find yourself becoming a different person? That's why I was asking the question, like, how has this character changed you?
I think I'd like to add, because when you asked the question, I was thinking about how more negatively that Nana has affected Sana than positively. I think positively, I'd like to say, because there's a lot of speeches that she has to make standing in front of people, and that is something that Sana really shied away from for a very long time in her life, having to stand and speak to a multitude of people, and with
Madam Singer, Madam Radio,
Madam Radio, behind the mic.
But no, I have the same thing actually, of being shy, like to speak in front of a crowd of people. Because when you speak in these situations, it's a few people in the room.
A few people, yes.
Yes.
Not very many, but anyway. So I think one thing that I definitely have grown in is being able to address a large group of people. When I first started on Kina, and I would have scenes to talk to, like, the factory workers and stuff, I would have sleepless nights. It's definitely a bit simpler.
Okay.
To do that. So I think, and even
She's
not
given
just
you a
for
skill
Nana,
set,
but
yes.
for Sana as well. Like, now I'm able to address people.